right, guys, today we are working on conduction. Now, if you remember, we've got total energy. It's built from kinetic energy, potential energy, and thermal energy. Now, thermal energy transfers. You take heat from over here and you bring it over here. It transfers three ways. That was conduction, convection, and radiant energy. Today we're going to be talking about conduction. Conduction is when particles bump into each other. Think of it this way. It's a contact heat. So what happens is, think of it this way. If I were to line you all up, stand you facing the same direction, put your hands on the shoulders of the person in front of you, and I give the back person a shove, everybody in the line, like dominoes, moves. And we know once you start moving, you have more thermal energy. And so we're talking about conduction when particles bump into each other. For instance, it's contact. You take a pan, cold, stove, hot. How do you get the pan hot? You set it down on the stove and all of a sudden the bottom of the pan in contact with the stove gets hot. That is conduction. So we are going to run a little lab today where we try and answer a question. The question that I have is, how does the heat move? Does heat move from hot to cold, or does heat move from cold to hot? Tough question, but we're going to find out. So here's how we're going to find out. What I have here is dental wax. Dental wax. And I mashed some of this dental wax onto a metal wire. Now we are going to use conduction. I'm going to put a candle underneath this, and it's going to heat up the end of the wire. All right, we're going to apply heat. Now, we need to decide. You need to choose A or B, because if heat travels from hot to cold, we should see the wax drop off one by one in order from the hot side to the cool side. If it travels from cold to hot, the wax will never fall. So we need to take a look at which one this is going to be. While we do this, I'm going to explain a little bit about conduction again. But here we go. I am going to light the candle. I want you to watch what's going on here as we go through this. If I get it lit. There we go. All right, so our candle is now lit. We need to watch the wax and see which one falls off first. All right, while we're doing that, as we're talking about what this looks like, I want you to remember that everything is made up of particles. We call them molecules or atoms. And inside this little cube, we have a lot of atoms packed together. And then I'm going to apply heat to the bottom of this object, all right? So we're applying heat to this. What happens here is as that energy touches this guy right here, he's going to get a little excited. He's going to start moving back and forth. Well, to move back and forth and up and down and start wiggling around all over the place, oh, first one just dropped. Did you catch that? First one just dropped. Looks like it's going to be hot to cold. Wait for the second one. What happens is that this guy starts wiggling. And he bumps this guy right here, who starts wiggling. Well, he's going to bump this guy, and this guy, and this guy, and then this guy is going to start wiggling. And as they keep bumping into each other, the hot is going to go from hot to cold, because that's where all the energy is. The energy is where the heat is. And if they start moving around because they're high energy, they're going to bump into the people of low energy and give them some energy. They're going to make them move. And once they start making them move, we can see what the result's going to be. It moves from hot to cold. Ladies and gentlemen, that is conduction. Conduction is when particles bump into each other to transfer heat, just like we know that this wire is going to be hot right now and not to grab it. Tomorrow, we're going to talk about convection. I want everybody to have a great night. Stay out of trouble. Be the best person that you can be. Oh, look, number 2 just fell. There you go, number 2. Be the best person that you can be. Have fun. Enjoy life. We will see you tomorrow.